Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to the channel. Sarah here. We're going to do a reading for you today for the week of October 6th to the 12th, 2025. Keep in mind, Pisces, this is just a general reading, so take only what resonates and leave out what does not. If you're interested in having a Zoom session with me, you can visit my website, lionessmoonintuitivetarot.com, or you can email me directly at lionessmoonintuitivetarot@gmail.com. So as always, feel free to delegate the energies where you see fit. If I say I'm talking about you, I could be talking about the person who you're dealing with and vice versa. We're going to do a layered spread reading for you today. The first energy that's trying to jump out is toxic, which would be the equivalent of the devil. Drama, maybe some arguments. This may be in a legal situation, or there may be some sort of legal problem going on causing drama. This may have been something that was not expected, causing some sort of chaos here. And we've got that this has been very exhausting and burdening on you. We've got possibilities showing up here. We've got that there's this energy of feeling like you've hit rock bottom, creating some sort of confusion. And the last, hopeful comes out, which is the equivalent of the star after the tower, the star. The overall arching theme of this portion of your reading is established, settled, secure, wealthy. Well, this could be something that happened within the confines of an established legal connection that was toxic. It looks like somebody may have wanted to try and explore some new possibilities here. Whatever this was created this feeling of somebody feeling like they had hit rock bottom. And there was confusion that had ensued. As a result, there's something that was unexpected. Some sort of chaos, calamity, problems had happened, and this created burdens. But the thing is that there was whatever it is, and it looks like this is a timeline. Often this is more future at the end of the timeline. So that whatever it is that is happening right now, Pisces, and it looks like there's been a lot of issues. This is going to lead to this feeling of understanding something in a different way than you had ever understood it before, and you're going to be able to move on to something better, or your life gets better potentially after you've had some sort of healing moment or epiphany moment when there's been a lot of problems here. There may be something that's unexpected coming into your life here, okay? But it's supposed to be catapulting you in the direction towards your higher good is what I'm getting. We're going to get the next layer out for Pisces here. We've got timing, freedom, harmony, manifesting, money matters, magic, signs, and make it work. And the overall arching theme of this portion of your reading is adventure. Adventure. You may be connecting with a Sagittarius. I don't know. I always see that adventure card as very Sagittarian. So doesn't have to be. It's just freedom. That's Aquarius to me. Money matters, timing, freedom. There's something over the course of time. Now this because of where it's showing up for some of you, this has already happened. Okay. So what I'm reading here is that there's something over the course of time having passed, maybe in separation from some really difficult energy because I'm seeing freedom here. So you've gained some level of freedom from some sort of difficult energy over the course of time. There's something about your money matters that are changing here, and there's something that you've manifested as a result. Okay, now I'm also getting here that you may be more in touch with a part of, well, I mean, you are the High Priestess in the tarot deck, so there's something that has occurred in this connection that we were just looking at in the first layer that is awakening you to what it is that you need to look for moving forward in your connections. Because we see the signs card, which I often associate with very highly with High Priestess type energy, where you're really paying attention to subtle evidence that is alerting you to red flags that are necessary to not take lightly, take them seriously. Whatever this is going to bring you to a place of harmony, because obviously if we're in touch with our intuitive side and our intuitive guidance, then we are following a more righteous path. And if we're doing that, then the chaos and calamity that ensues as a result of us aligning with temptation is going to be a more peaceful and harmonious life. I'm so worried about talking like this sometimes because I'm afraid people are going to blacklist me for being too religious. But the fact of the matter is that the tarot deck unfolds the major arcana the way it does because there's some deep existential truths to it. Like whether you want to believe Jesus walked the earth or not, if he said, I lead you not into temptation, maybe that's a really good energy to be following. Leading me not into temptation? Yes, please. Harmony? Thank you. That's what we want, right? But you're manifesting something and it has something to do with making something work in your life. You may be embarking on some sort of adventure here. Towards your adventure you may be working in you, and the reason why I'm saying that because I'm looking at established, a secure, wealthy life is the equivalent to the 10 of Pentacles. There may be something that you're going to be able to develop yourself financially with regard to adventure. Let's get to the next layer, the tarot. This is my favorite layer. We've got the Magician, manifesting, magic, and we've got manifesting, and we've got the Magician. So we've got a lot of that 10 of Cups in reverse, Ace of Swords in reverse, Death, Page of Cups, the King of Wands in reverse. Oh no. Page of Swords in reverse, and the Two of Swords. And the overall arching theme of this portion of your reading is the Hanged Man. That's your energy. Neptune, Pisces, Hanged Man. You're gaining a new perspective on something because you're going to be forced into it. That's what I'm just seeing, okay? Because I did see in the first layer there was a lot of chaos and calamity. We are going to unfold all of these placements at the end of the reading and get the whole story. It looks like you might be getting an apology from somebody who's been problematic in your life, okay? Whoever this is showing up as somebody who not only has already proven that they're not emotionally fulfilling for you, and you may be manifesting this, by the way, if you've got this person very strongly at the forefront of your consciousness. They're also showing up as somebody who's probably can't be trusted. They might be a bit of a grandiose narcissist. If anything, they're showing up as having fidelity issues, okay? With the Page of Swords in reverse to the Ace of Swords in reverse, I'm getting that there's misinformation, lack of clarity. Somebody might be outright lying to you. I'm getting lying, I'm getting infidelity, I'm getting that they're not emotionally available, or there's a lot of conditional love. I will love you, Pisces, on the contingency that A, B, C, D, or E are met. You have to fit into this criteria before I show you any love. That's what I'm kind of getting here. You may have been conditioned to the normalcy of this, and maybe that's why you're okay with it, or maybe it's just something that's developed over time. Maybe it wasn't something you were expecting when you were connecting with whoever this is. I'm getting a lot of dishonesty, misinformation, and it looks like something needs to come to an end here. It's a difficult decision, but it looks like it's almost like your feet are being held to the fire here. You're going to have to make some sort of choice moving forward that is going to create this energy of you changing your perspective here. So let's get the next layer for Pisces. What is the next layer? We've got community. Main person, woman. The well. We've got the cross. Got the tower, which is not the same as the other tower, although we did see the chaos card, which is the same as the other tower to me. We've got the ship. Oh, and we've got message. And we've got stars. There's something that's destined to happen here. The overall arching theme of this portion of your reading is courtship. You're going to do this. Actually, what I'm seeing here, Pisces, is you have an opportunity to do a relationship differently this time. And I don't know that it's the same person. I think you may be moving on to something else here. There's might be somebody who you know in your community. I'm just seeing very strong energies that would suggest to me that you're going to have an opportunity to get to know somebody new here. And maybe do things a little differently after gaining a new perspective, okay? There's going to be something that's going to happen that's going to be unexpected here. It looks like it's going to create a little bit of an upheaval in your life, but it's going to be something that's supposed to change your outlook moving forward. That's why the hopeful card came out in the very first layer of the reading and in the last card, because this is something that's destined to happen. You have something destined to come towards you. But whatever this destined connection is something that cannot come in until you've had the shift in perspective that you need to have. And sometimes our shift in perspective comes through some pretty difficult, it's difficult karma. That's all and it's usually rooted in trying to break down some sort of psychological structure that you have in place that's holding you back, okay? Whoever this is, there may be a prominent member in your community that that you've kind of overlooked. If not, there's something about, I'm getting, the community could be anything too. It could be an online community. It could be a book club. It could be it could be church. It could be anything. There could be somebody in the community that you're connecting with that's going to teach you something about actual establishment, an actual established relationship. Being able to have an established relationship and still be able to have adventure and fun is what I'm seeing here. Because this might be an entirely new concept to you. You may have taken on this idea that you get yourself caught up in these really stagnant connections after you have, gotten yourself in some sort of contractual agreement. Whoever this is might be at a distance from you, so it could be an online community. We do have the ship here, so somebody might be having to message. You may be communicating with somebody from afar for some of you with the message to the ship. But whatever it is that this person brings to the table for you, and this looks like this is something different than what you've experienced in the past, is going to cause you to have to look more deeply at yourself, or more deeply at a past situation that brought on a lot of burden and problems. And this was meant to happen. This is written in the stars. You may have a soul contract with whoever this is. Whoever this is wants to come in and do things. It looks like they want to try and get to know you. With the courtship card, that's the dating card. They want to get to know you and then establish something over time is what it looks like. But it looks specifically like there's something that you are gaining a new perspective on with regard to being able to truly have a fulfilling. So for some people, they don't want adventure in their life. Like some people are totally down to just live the same reality every single day. That's make the difference between, an average, Capricorn versus an average Sagittarius, maybe. I don't know. I'm just considering the different. Sagittarians love adventure, but there's something here about you understanding that you can still have what feels like a fulfilling, adventurous life and an established connection. Let's get more on this. We've got Yang. Maybe Virgo. I don't know. Who doesn't want to have adventure? I don't know. Orphaned. Gemini. I don't really care for adventure. Yang. Okay. So we've got a lot of like we had manifesting, magic, the magician. Now Yang is the same as the magician to me. Manifesting. Fork in the road. We've got a choice here. Loyal heart. Okay. Deep knowing. We've got unfinished symphony. Yin. We've got yin and yang here showing up. And we've got fates. Exactly what I said when I saw the stars. There's something that's fated to happen here. Now that's just confirmed with the fates coming out in the exact same position. The overall arching theme of this portion of your reading is mending. Somebody wants to come in and mend something with you by trying to date you in some way. I'm also getting that there's somebody else. I think that you have two. That's why there's the fork in the road. The thing is that whoever this other person is somebody who you do have a loyal heart to. So this might be something that this is going to be a choice, obviously. There's something that you're manifesting here. You know deep down inside something about what it is that you're manifesting. It may be somebody who you are holding at the forefront of your mind, consciousness that has either abandoned you or you abandoned them. There just looks like there's abandonment issues here. And it looks like there's something that is not finished here with regard to addressing something to do with this energy. And so that's what I'm getting here, Pisces, is that there's something here about somebody who you have a history with already that there may need to be, that something needs to be addressed here. It has to do specifically with abandonment issues. We did see legal and all that other stuff, but once you come to terms with something here, again, we've got deep knowing and yin. We've got that you already know that there's a choice to be made here. Now, if you make the choice to try to work something out with somebody here, there will likely be another tower the tower may have to happen. I'm just going to say, like, we can avoid the tower all we want, or we can try and do whatever it is that we need to do, because it looks like you do have a loyal heart. This is showing up as fated. You are going to try and mend something potentially. I don't know the relationship that you already know of that you may be wanting to try and mend. I don't know how well that's going to actually work, but there's something that's meant to be learned here, or in order to move on to something that's going to change your perspective on something. So let's go through each of these placements. We've got Yang, something's being manifested. It looks like somebody that you know in your community in a community of some sort is trying to manifest in time. There's something that you've been trying to manifest that's been toxic, okay? So we've got, and like I said, there's two different energies here. So there's one that's good for you and one that's not, but I feel like the unfinished symphony that's showing up here has something to do with there's still something that the reason why it's unfinished is because there's still something here about abandonment issues that needs to be understood by you with this Hanged Man. And so you're going to have to, it's almost like you're going to have to surrender to something here. Got orphaned, main person, feminine here. Gaining freedom after there's been a lot of conditional love, maybe within a legal connection, or there may be some sort of legality that needs to be dealt with here. You've got some sort of deep knowing. There's something about your stability and your money matters here. Like somebody's coming in with an apology of some sort, and it looks like they're trying to explore the possibility with you because it's showing up very strongly that this person sees you as somebody who's stable for them. Spirit's saying something that you already know deep down. So if there's something, and when I say deep knowing, it may be something that's not necessarily at the forefront of your consciousness. So it's something that may be presenting issues in the relationship that you're not consciously aware of, in the sense that you may move forward with whoever this is when they come in to apologize to you and try to mend this relationship. But then deep down, you're understanding that this person might be using you for something. And because of the fact that you're not actually addressing this at the forefront of everyone's consciousness, it's going to come out in more unconscious ways, is what I'm getting here. So, but it's showing up that there's something that's unfinished with somebody who might be at a distance from you right now. But whoever this is showing up as having had fidelity issues. That's what's just showing up. It does look like you're manifesting them. They might be at the forefront of your consciousness here. But it does look like whoever this is may have hit rock bottom, and that's why they're coming in to try and mend things with you. It looks like it could be rock bottom. It does look like they see you as stable. It looks like they want to get in on that with you. It just looks like you already know something. You already know something. The Yin card, when they come into communicate with you with the message card, and it has to do with you not trusting what they're saying, misinformation, looks like there's lies, there's signs, and exactly, signs is the same as the High Priestess to me. There are red flags here. That the problem is that if we don't become conscious of what it is that's like, I am only going to be able to convey from a point of somebody who has had to face this part of myself as well. So I'm just going to tell you like how it has unfolded for me specifically. If you're in a situation where it's like everything in you is saying red alert, and you're not paying attention to, or it's not that you're not paying attention to it, you recognize it, but you may have been so conditioned to believe that you yourself might be crazy, that you would prefer to just ignore that. I must be crazy to think that, you know? And then to find out later, oh, you know what? Those red flags were something that I should have paid attention to. And then you kind of get angry at yourself when everything does fall flat. I'm kind of getting that energy from you right now, okay, Pisces, is that there's something here that you're picking up on very strongly. It's like your feelers are getting it and you're seeing it. Like it's coming in. It's like red alert. But there's something about what this person brings into your life that's keeping you confused. Like you're not taking those things more seriously. Okay, so there's something about that when you're going to be faced with this choice, okay, in order to mend. It looks like you have to look more deeply It does look like there's something that you already know, deep knowing. Look deeply, okay? Because there's something that you have already picked up on about there being a deception. I'm getting that you already, whether it's been said out loud or not, you already know that there's a deception going on here. And there's going to be, it's almost like right now is the calm before the storm, because it looks like if you move forward with whatever this is, when you do make that choice, if you do choose to move forward and mend this, it looks like everything that you have been picking up on over the course of time is going to prove to you that you were right the whole time. Okay, and then you're going to be in a position where it's going to be hopeful. You're going to have to look back on it all and say, you're going to have to really dissect what happened in the past is what's going to happen after everything falls through with this chaos card. Because it's showing up that you have a loyal heart, and that's great. But if somebody's been hurting you, then basically what happens is you start becoming their doormat, and they just want to be able to kick their boots off on you whenever they please. Loyal heart to something that's been very burdensome to you that might need to come to an end because you're manifesting something else and it does show up. Burden shows up twice. You may be manifesting a burden. Whatever it is that you've been manifesting right now, it's showing up as something that has been problematic in your life. But it's almost like you're going to have to go through something with whoever this is in order to trust yourself, is what I'm seeing. So there's something that's fated. The fates and the stars tells me there's some sort of contractual agreement that your soul made with the universe that said, I will go through this in order to change my perspective so that my soul can grow to where that needs to grow to and align itself with its higher good. And a part of that is to go through whatever it is that you're going to go through with whoever this is. There is going to be a difficult decision when this person comes in to try and make something work. But there is going to be this energy of hopefulness in the end, no matter what. I do see it, that there is a choice. Somebody wants to come in and mend something with you. They want to try and maybe take things slowly with you. I am getting, though, that you already know deep down what it is that you should be doing for your higher good. And if you do choose to move in this direction, there's going to be something that's going to occur that's going to cause you to have to change your perspective here. Somebody who doesn't associate adventure, their adventure may be a value system that somebody holds on to, that they don't believe they can carry on into an established connection, is what I'm seeing here. I'm also getting, though, Pisces, that there's also somebody else here where you are going to learn that you can have this. You just can't really have it with this other energy. That's what I'm seeing. But it looks like you have to experience something with whoever this is in order to, I believe, you know what it looks like, honestly? It looks like you need to wake up to trusting yourself. There are things that you are picking up on that you yourself might think, I'm crazy for thinking that. I must be nuts. I'm crazy for thinking that. And then later on, there's going to be something that's going to happen and you're going to be like, oh my God, I knew this was going to happen. And you did. You knew it was going to happen, and it happened, and then you might be really upset with yourself for not having trusted yourself a little bit more, and I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. So, Pisces, that is your layered spread reading for the week of October 6th to the 12th, 2025. I am going to put out a horseshoe spread for you tomorrow. It could be related to this. It might not be. So if this resonates, you might want to tune in. And thank you so much for all of your support, your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. And until I read you again, take care and bless.